everybody doing today? I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. Body Beat down here on this Monday afternoon, just past 3 p.m. I think it's about 3:05. So we're going to open up the video today talking a little bit about what's going on and where I'm at right now. I'm right here, but I mean something different. So anyway, of course my channel is about real people, you know, real problems, real things, and I share that here on my channel. And you know, the past week it seems that depression has set in a little bit hard. And I know there's some reasons, you know. Number one, my everyday reason that everybody knows about with my son, and then the weather it's all cold and snowed us in, and I was sick, which I guess I'm still kind of getting over. But it's just, I can feel things are just a little bit off. Of course, I'm not on any medication. I was on medication back in 2016, I think, something like that. And I got off of that because I didn't feel like I needed it anymore. And to be honest, I think it was what was making my hair fall out. They kind of diagnosed me as having alopecia. But then, oddly, as soon as I quit taking that medication, my hair started doing okay. So, but anyway, you know, last night or really early this morning, you know, like 3-4 o'clock in the morning or sometime last night, I don't know. I was laying in bed and thinking, you know, I feel like I'm going to die. You know, I just feel like it's like my time is coming and I'm fixing to die. And I got to thinking about, well, I need to show my wife and my kids, you know, where my birth certificate is, you know, all our stuff, and the notepad with all the websites and the emails and the passwords and all that stuff to all the places that we pay bills and all that stuff, and show them about my hard drives and tell them what's on all the hard drives and tell them about my Google Drive and where that's at and things are uploaded there and stuff like that. So it just kind of was going through my mind that you know, I just felt like it was my time, and like I felt like, you know, within a day. I mean, I felt almost last night like I was just gonna die. I don't know. It's a really weird feeling to feel, but not necessarily the first time I felt that way. But you know, you start thinking of these things sometimes, you know, more and more. You know, everybody thinks about it, but then just randomly you have these weird thoughts, and you know, and your depression's kicking in and all this stuff, and just, you know, you just feel like something ain't right. So anyway, so that's kind of what I'm dealing with, and I'm also dealing with how I'm wanting to continue my working out, my training. And if you've kept up with the channel for any amount of time, you know that initially I wanted to start working out again in 2021 a little differently. But then I fell back into my same old groove of doing these same movements and these weights, and before long I had goals, so then I had to meet those goals, and I've met all my goals, and in between all that time and today, it's been up and down, like, you know, man, I want to do something else, I don't want to do this no more. And so I think I think it's about that time. And I've only got 2 extra goals that I was trying to go for. And I wanted to top out at a 425 bench press and a 300 pound sitting shoulder press. So those were just extra goals. I met all my original goals a long time ago. So I'm probably going to scrap those 2 goals, those 2 little extra side goals, and not worry about them. What's it going to matter? It don't matter. And I think as far as my training goes, it really is time to start bringing the weights down and just trying to get a workout instead of just how much weight can I move and train for this day, to lift this day and train for that day, to lift this day. And I think it's just it's time that I just start just working out and just doing things a little differently, and not worrying about the weights, and which I know a lot of people will check out. A lot of people won't be here, and that's okay. I know a lot of people like watching heavy weights, but I'm at a point where I would rather see somebody be happy and see somebody continue doing something that's good for them, as to keep doing something that frustrates them and stresses them, and especially when they got enough stress on them like I already do. So today is gonna look like one of those new workouts that I'm going to do, to start doing. I don't know. And yes, I'm still sluggish. I just woke up from a nap. Like, I've slept probably 1,000 hours. And so today's going to kind of mimic some of my new training or working out. I'm not going to so much call it training anymore. It's just working out. And the bad thing about that is there's something about it that always gets you. You got the people are going to always ask, what do you bench press? What do you squat? What do you deadlift? Or whatever, what do you do? What are your numbers? And then you're going to have to say, well, I used to do this. Well, I used to do that. I used to. So you got to be prepared to go from, oh, I can do that, to, well, this is what I used to do. So that's one hurdle to get over. And that's another, and a hurdle number 2 is getting over that for yourself. Going from working so hard to get where you got to, now you're going down hundreds of pounds, and not worrying about all that. Now you're just doing a little bit lighter weight and just a little more reps and maybe full body workouts and, calling it done or something. It's hard to leave behind what you built. Then I got to thinking, even though I don't have a lot of humor in me right now, I got to thinking it's kind of funny because all the little soy boy, snowflake, stalking, weird little boy trolls out there, they won't have much more to talk about because, well, now they don't have to worry about me being stronger than they are, worrying about if I'm on something, and being jealous and having nothing else to talk about. So they can actually finally maybe be stronger than I am. So I'm kind of helping people out by pulling away from the heavy weights. And I feel good about that. I like helping people. So for all of those of you out there who are in that category that I just mentioned, you may actually be stronger than a 54-year-old at some point. So that's always good. So, yeah, anyway, and that is another thing right there, kind of on the same note, but another thing. It's like if somebody sees me bench pressing 135 or 225 or whatever, nobody's going to say, oh, dude, what gear are you on? Oh, man, are you on TRT? What are you taking? What are you doing? So that'll be nice to not hear. Now, I don't really hear that very often, ever, at all. But that'll be one good thing. I just don't, I think people are not used to seeing guys stronger than they are and doing it naturally and putting in the hard work that it takes to get there. And by the way, if I was on something, number one, I wouldn't look like this. Number two, I wouldn't feel like this. Those compounds do different things to you. Number one, it wouldn't take me a year to go up 5 pounds on my bench press. Number two, I probably wouldn't be fat and so lifeless and feel dead, because supposedly TRT puts a pep in your step. Obviously, I'm not very peppy or steppy. So that should shut up a few mouths now that I've decided to go ahead and step down from worrying about, heavy weights anymore. So again, I know a lot of you will probably take off. If you want to stick around, I appreciate it. And having said that, I don't know how much longer this channel will go on. I really feel like I've done about all I can do. I feel like I've tried to show what can be done naturally if you put in the hard work. I've tried to show a compassion for people. I've tried to inspire people. I've tried to, do what I can as far as this kind of stuff is concerned, about all I can do. I mean, I'm not a miracle worker here. I'm just one old dude in his office working out. So, I don't know how much longer I'm going to do this on this channel. I don't really know. I mean, I've got almost 4,000 videos and like 5 years worth of content here. So, you've seen me go from beginner to reaching all my goals and then reaching more goals and more goals. You've seen my struggles, my ups and downs, real life stuff. And, I think I've tried to make my channel as approachable and as real and as decent and for people to connect with as that I can, this is real world stuff. I'm not like some fake content creator out there putting it on all big for the camera. I'm not Mike O'Hearn, or I'm not Brian Shaw, or whoever that is. I'm not Solik, Sam Solik. I'm not like all these, big time people that are able to, I'm just a old dude in his office working out. So, and I think I've done about all I can do. When I do feel like it's time for me to shut the channel down, or stop creating content for it, I'm gonna let everybody know. But I feel like that option is getting closer and closer. And I have other things that maybe I want to focus on at some point. Or maybe I don't want to focus on anything at all anymore. Maybe I don't want to do any more videos because I've done thousands of videos at this point. So, because not only for this channel, but my Mikeyson channel, I started that channel and started doing some workouts and cycling and family stuff and, art and doing different things over there and on that channel. And then, when I started working out in 2021, I I had all my content over there as far as my working out goes, and then by I think October and November of 21, I made this channel. So there's a little bit over there of my first days working out that aren't over here really. So you know, anyway, this is a long opening of the video, but it's just some stuff I wanted to talk about and get off my chest. And yeah, so you know, we all go through things. We're all out here struggling. And well, anyway, guys, that's just kind of a big kind of opening to the video. And so today we're going to do a full body workout. I got it wrote down over there. I'm going to pretend like I know what I'm going to say or do. We're going to start out with incline bench. Then we're going to go to, I think, standing dumbbell shoulder presses. And then probably something bicep or tricep. Do something there. I don't know what I'm doing. I think I'm doing the easy bar French press. And then for legs, we're going to do bench squats. And for back, we're going to do some bent rows. And for bicep, we're going to do some easy bar, I think easy bar curls. I think that's what I have wrote down. It'll be close to that. It'll be something like that. And we're only doing 2 sets of everything. Just lightweight. Just getting a workout, getting some movement done. Trying to get myself going a little bit. I haven't had a shower in probably a week at this point. I don't think I've changed my clothes. It's been a week of just being down and under everything and feeling smothered and depressed and sick, of course. I wasn't deadly sick. It was just the normal sickness that I get where my eyes hurt and it goes into my neck and just, you know, just normal crap like that I get. It's just kind of weird that I've gotten it now a couple times so close together. But then what comes with that little sickness is it's hard for me to jump back out of it because my eyes are continuing to stay tired and sore, and no matter how much medicine I try to dump down me, it don't work. And then I'm oversleeping, and then I wake up even more sore and tired and groggy and depressed, and then it's just been a constant cycle all these whole few days. So anyway, so today we're going to try and work out. I've already spun on my bike this morning, like I always do, Monday through Friday. So let's go ahead and start this. We got 135 on the bar here, and we'll get this little workout over and done. And hope everybody enjoys and sticks around. Oh. Oh my God. Set number 2. All right, let's do some 30-pound dumbbell standing shoulder presses. 1, 2, 3. 30-pound dumbbells, set number 2. All right, easy bar French press, 65-pound. Set number 2. All right, let's do some bench squats. We got 135. Let's do some bench squats. Guess I'll keep my shoes on. All right, set number 2. All right, we're gonna change up one move. I did have me doing bent barbell rows, but I'm gonna change that up to dumbbell row. Got a 50-pound. Set number 2. All right, let's do some easy bar curls, 65 pounds. final set. Well, there we go, guys. Just like that, we're done with our first workout of the week. As of right now, my workouts this week are going to be basically what you just seen. Probably Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So, eventually when I start feeling a little better and not just sick-wise, but just overall-wise, I'll go up a few pounds here and there. But again, I think it's time for me to just focus on different things. I've won the battle. I've won the war. The only person I ever competed with was myself, and I did everything that I set out to do and a lot more. So, there's not a whole lot more I can accomplish as far as doing all that other stuff goes. Those heavy weights, all that does is stress me out. And not only that, you're supposed to eat and all that kind of good stuff. What if I had today? I had 2 fried eggs, 2 pieces of bacon, and 2 pieces of sausage at about, 9 o'clock this morning. Maybe somewhere in there. I haven't had nothing else to eat today. And it is hitting 4 o'clock right now. So I don't eat for this kind of training, for that kind of training. I don't sleep well enough for that kind of training. And this has been something I've talked about in the past. And it's just, when that time is right, because you feel it. And I feel it. So, anywho, I do have an appointment with my primary care physician, I think Wednesday. And I'm going to talk to her, see what it takes to get what I got to do to, get my test levels checked and stuff like that, because I do have a lot of symptoms of low testosterone. Whether I'm strong or not, I don't think that really much matters. But I have a lot of symptoms of stuff like that, so I'm going to see what I got to do. And even if it is low, there's really not much I can do, because I don't have that kind of money for those kind of drugs. And insurance probably don't want to pay for that kind of stuff either. So, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. And all I can do is give it the old effort. So, guys, if you enjoy the content that has been super uplifting today, maybe like, share, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff to the Body Beatdown. I don't even do that, because I don't know how much longer I'm going to be here. But you can leave some comments and let me know what you're doing. And I like hearing what people are doing. It don't have to be about working out. It can be your hobby, other hobbies, or different things like that. Or you got problems in your life, put them in the comments. And it's what we're here for on this channel. So don't forget, guys. Get up, get out, get rad, do it to it, and we'll see you next time on the Body Beatdown. See y'all later.
Get up, get out, get rad, and do it to it!